stone tools. The age in which we live can be called the age of machines. A machine is a tool that makes our work easier, like a bottle opener or a hand cart. We use machine all the time. It is difficult to imagine life without these machines. But almost 1,000,000 years ago, early humans lived without any machines. Using their intelligence, they first made simple stone tools to hunt. The progress to better tools made of metals were very slow and took thousands of years. But recently, humans have made rapid progress. Most of the machines that we use today were invented over the last 300 years or so on. Discovery of metals. Copper. The first metal to be discovered was used over 8,000 years ago in parts of Asia. It was used to make better tools. The next metal to be discovered was bronze. It was made by mixing copper and tin and was harder than copper. The earliest bronze articles found are about 6,000 years old. The next metal to be discovered was iron. Iron was harder than copper and bronze. It was used to make much better tools and weapons. Iron tools were used to cut down trees and clear forests for agriculture. Thus, agriculture improved. Iron weapons also made it easier to hunt animals. So, the discovery of iron helped human progress faster. Wheels, cart, and boats. We do not know when the wheel was discovered, but carts using wheels were being used over 5,000 years ago. The early carts were pulled by humans. Afterwards, they started using animals. Humans also rowed the early rafts and boats. Later, they learned to use the force of the wind and made sailboats. Industrial Revolution. The Steam and Industrial Revolution. Till about 300 years ago, people used the power of their own muscles, animals, or the force of wind and floating water to do all work. With the invention of the steam engine, they had a powerful force to run their machines. Earlier, goods were made by hand by people in their houses, using simple tools. Now, with the invention of the large steam-driven machines, goods could be produced in large quantities. These goods were cheaper and better quality, so more people bought them. As a result, the demand for the goods rose further. This led to the beginning of the factory system. The significant change from handmade goods to machine-made goods, which began in Britain in the 18th century, is known as the Industrial Revolution. We use the term revolution because of the large-scale changes it brought about in our economy, society, and culture. The steam engine was one of the inventions that made the Industrial Revolution possible. Sources of energy. Coal was the first fuel used in steam engines to produce steam. Coal is obtained from mines and is still an important source of energy. Large amounts of coal are used in power plants to produce electricity. Coal is formed in nature from dead trees, but it takes millions of years to form. Petroleum is another source of energy found deep inside the earth. We get fuel such as petrol, kerosene, and diesel from it. Engines running on petrol and diesel were found to be more efficient than steam engines. They replaced steam engines in automobiles and machines. Today, electricity is used to run machines in several factories. About 200 years ago, Alessandro Volta became the first person to make a small battery which could produce an electric current in a wire. Later, generators were made to produce electricity. Today, the force of flowing water of rivers is also used to generate electricity. This is called hydroelectricity.